Hi friends, I have another story for you today. Today we have Bug Safari by Bob Barner. This is fun. This is a book similar to the book from Monday called Bug Hunt and similar to the bug hunt that Miss Danielle went on Monday and shared with you guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. Okay, ready? This is a good one. You have to really pay attention. The events described here actually happened to me. The things I learned are recorded to the best of my memory. We can still observe and learn from the great ancestors of the very ant I saw that day so very long ago. Well, last summer. I was lost in the bug-infested jungle one hot summer day. I was all alone, looking for a way back to base camp, when I heard a long line of marching black ants. Where could they be going? It looked like an ant safari. Was this the way out of the jungle? I decided to follow. He's got his magnifying glass out and he's following the ants. I wonder where they're going. In all of my travels, I have never seen anything like an ant safari. Some of the ants carried things to eat, such as leaves, seeds, or bits of other insects. The ant safari was in a hurry to get somewhere. The ants didn't even look up at the big dragonfly that buzzed over our heads. We headed deeper into the dark, unknown jungle. Wow, they're really busy, aren't they? I crawled over rocks and through mud. I had to find out where the ants were going. The safari passed under flowers that were humming with honeybees collecting pollen. We talked about that in a story earlier this week about how bees collect pollen from flowers. I was measuring one of the ants with my ruler when the other ants zoomed past me and a slow-moving dung beetle. I noticed that the ants talked to one another by touching antennae on top of their heads. They all knew where they were going, but we were moving quickly. But to where? And what? Then I saw them up ahead. Red ants, the black ants, were fighting them. The tiny red ants were fierce and bit the black ants. The black ants stood their ground and battled for several minutes until the outnumbered red ants finally ran away. One of the black ants took charge. I called it the general. The wounded were treated and the safari continued. Oh no. I was baking in the sun. I had a drink from my canteen. Just one sip left. The ants became very excited. They had come upon a toad sitting in the middle of their path. Most of the ants ran around it, but a few of them got zapped. Why would they keep going with all of this danger? Where could they be going? So it seems as the toad ate some of the ants. Then I saw it, a great green praying mantis. In the bush above the ants, one of the ants was plucked up and eaten. All of the others marched ahead. They passed under sticky spider webs, spotted beetles, and noisy crickets that made a chirping noise as we passed by. I picked my way through the jungle. I had scraped my knees and I cut my finger and I needed medical attention. I bravely passed onward, hoping I would one day see another human being. a sudden, a black hairy spider pounced in front of the ants. The general led the safari around the giant. But I feared the worst. I hid my eyes and ducked under the cover. Then, for a swooshing sound, the spider was gone. I looked up to see its 8 legs wiggling in the beak of a robin. We were all safe from the moment. The general marched on. I was out of water, famished and covered with bites. Then I heard a faint sound in the distance. I was perfectly still in the brush, so I could listen very carefully. Shh. A lone mosquito buzzed past my ear. Finally, I heard the call, a human voice. Base camp! Lunch was ready. To my surprise, I discovered where the ants were going. Where do you think they were going? I love a good safari, and so do the ants. It looks like they were headed straight for his picnic lunch. The end. That was a fun safari book. And it kind of made me think of another song that we like to sing. So in this book, it talked about the bumblebees. So we all have our favorite bumblebee song. You ready? Okay, you gotta catch your bumblebee. Ready? Bzzz, catch it. You got it? You hear it? Oh, I hear mine. You hear yours? Okay, ready? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. Ouch! It stung me! Oh no, what are we gonna do? I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm squishing up my baby bumblebee. Ew, it's all yucky on my hands. Ready? Let's clean it off. I'm wiping off my baby bumblebee. Won't my mommy be so proud of me? I'm wiping off my baby bumblebee. All clean. Thank you for sharing our song and story today, friends. I'll see you again tomorrow.